long time ago in a podcast setting far, far away. It is a period of finals week here at Eastern Illinois University. Students are now completing their final exams, projects, assignments, etc. With a few students still on campus, there are still some who are still working at WEIU TV and radio, completing their final shifts of the semester. In a stunning turn of events, a few students from WEIU TV and radio were racing aboard a podcast show to record a certain episode that is now about to reach its 100th episode.
Dun, 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 yeah. We got this intro stuff down.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did. How is everybody doing?
I am doing fantastic.
This is your young Padawan here, Mark Codo, aka Codo Man, the myth, the legend, or should I call myself Mark Skywalker, or Codo Skywalker? I should say.
I am Han Taylor Solo.
And we also got Princess
Leah.
Princess Leah Piescinski. And of course, returning for his third episode of Codo Cinema, the Chewbacca himself, Drew Coffey.
Yeah, I do an impression, but I don't think I can.
So, anyway, we are here, folks. You thought I couldn't do this? Well, here we are right now. We have reached the 100th episode of Codo Cinema.
Woo! Woo!
And you know what? I am just as excited right now because what better time to record the 100th episode on the final week of Eastern Illinois University, especially during finals week.
I call it luck. In my experience, there's no such thing as luck.
Luck.
Listen,
Luck, huh?
Listen. This whole thing, it might end up me just quoting episode 4 lines for 40 minutes. You guys might have to shock me and tell me to stop. I need a shock collar because I can't stop quoting this movie. So, do you want to tell them, Mark, what movie are we reviewing today?
Well, since today is May 4th, 2022, how about we review the very first Star Wars film titled Star Wars Episode 4: A New Hope, or back in 1977, Star Wars.
And fun fact, another coincidence is that we are talking about this film on its 45th anniversary.
That is right, and its 45th anniversary is on May 25th. But hey, sometimes it's also a little good to do it early too.
Yeah, exactly. And this, dude, I'm telling you right now, this is going to be a lot of fun talking about this film because the original trilogy, I'm not kidding you, I watched the trilogy daily for 5 years in a row growing up. I would dress up as Han Solo every time I watched them, and I have almost every Solo line memorized. I was obsessed with these movies. I need to rewatch them again. It's been years since I've seen them last. I need to go back sometime. And I'm very curious, would you guys like to give your histories on how you got into these films? For me, for example, when I was a kid, I was looking for something new to watch, and my grandmother noticed that I was really into the Indiana Jones films. So she's like, here, watch this trilogy. It's got Harrison Ford in it. Tell me what you think. And I watched them, and that's how I got hooked. It was the original 1997 remastered edition of the original trilogy. It was all VCR tapes.
Oh, really? Was it the 1997 or the 2004?
It was the 97 remaster because 20 years later, after the original trilogy, was finished in 97, Lucas went back and he re-added in some effects that he wasn't able to do at the time
He
when the
sure
films
did.
were being filmed.
He sure did.
Yep, he sure did. And they actually ended up doing that 3 times. First in 97, then the second time in 06, I believe.
I think it was 2004.
It was, 2004, and then the third time in 2011. I think they're officially done now. I think the tech's gotten good enough to where they've got it exactly how they want it to look.
For now.
For now.
For now.
Yeah, for now. So yeah, I watched the original 1997 Skywalker Saga remaster, and it was a 3 VCR tape collector set.
Mm-hmm.
And I watched all 3 of them, and magnificent trilogy to say the least.
I say the original trilogy still holds up. Now, don't get me wrong. I still enjoy the prequel trilogy and a little bit of the sequel trilogy too. But here's the thing: the original trilogy is a classic.
Yeah,
And
because I tell people this all the time. Like, yes, I love the new trilogy, episodes 7, 8, 9. I love them, but that being the case, nothing is topping the originals.
exactly.
They set the bar. Nothing is going to surpass them ever. But before we continue, would Leah and Drew, what's your history on how you got into these films?
Well, I was introduced to them by my dad. So when my dad was growing up, you were either a Star Trek fan or you were Star Wars. And my dad just kind of introduced me to them. And I think my sister and we had them on tape, I think, at one point. But we've enjoyed watching them. And just, I've seen the newer ones, but the old ones, you can't beat it. So
I agree. Yeah.
Yeah, for me, it was basically, I'm trying to remember. I was very young, and I kind of knew this, like, what it was and, like, who the characters were just because they were such big staples in pop culture. And I think when I first watched it, I went to a family video. Rest in peace.
Yeah,
And
Rest in
I-
peace.
I walked past it, and I just looked at it, and I was like, oh, this is that Star Wars movie. I might as well get it. And I got A New Hope to start, although I was really confused because it had 4 on it, and I was like, I don't know, but my mom got it for me because she said that's the old one. And I was like, okay, and I watched it, and it was just like, usually those things can become like you're expecting too much from it, and it doesn't deliver, but it literally delivers on everything. It's action-packed, entertaining. It's funny, a lot funnier than I remembered watching it recently.
I mean, yeah, and if you really think about it, like looking back at it now, I mean, it's still a great film. And a fun fact, this is also the second blockbuster film since Jaws.
Since Jaws, yeah. This is the film, Star Wars beat the Jaws box office just a few years after its release, and then it was the highest grossing film for a while. But now I don't know how long though. A film obviously beat it. I don't remember what.
I think it was when it was adjusted for inflation.
Yeah.
It's the second highest grossing film in North America when adjusted for inflation, behind Gone with the Wind.
Oh, okay, yeah, I get that.
Because Gone with the Wind, when adjusted for inflation, grossed over $3 billion.
Wow, jeez.
So think
Wow.
about when adjusted for inflation versus when it's not inflated.
Yeah.
So overall, well, the box office for the original Star Wars film grossed over $700 million, and that is not adjusted for inflation.
Mm-hmm.
And
And
can I also put in my take for
yeah,
Star
go
Wars?
ahead. Yeah.
Now, I was actually introduced to Star Wars. I saw a few clips of the ending of the first Star Wars film when I was little, and I remember during the credits, I see Harrison Ford's name. It was like a quick second, like where we're on TV. It was like a quick second, and I was like, Harrison Ford? Is that he's in this film? And then they were playing episode 5, the opening of episode 5. I see what looks to be Harrison Ford, and I was actually like, oh my goodness, it is Harrison Ford, because I was actually watching Indiana Jones, because I watched all 4 Indiana Jones films, but I was introduced to Star Wars by playing Lego Star Wars.
Yeah. That was a childhood game for me. Now, which version was it? For
It
me,
was the
complete saga.
It was the complete saga.
Yes.
And I was tied to that game. It was
Oh,
a
yeah.
childhood dream. I remember not only playing the game, but also hearing the music out of this. It was John Williams' music to Star Wars is a next level, is next level stuff that I've been hearing. And also a fun fact. A fun fact that I actually had in my mind was that I thought Episode 4, A New Hope, was the fourth Star Wars film. But what I didn't realize, it was the very first Star Wars film to ever come out.
Yeah, I don't know the history on why they decided to do it 4, 5, and 6.
I think the reason why they did this because they were thinking about doing a prequel trilogy focusing on a young Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Mm-hmm.
Because we do see Obi-Wan Kenobi in the very first Star Wars film, which is the original that, and Alec Guinness plays Obi-Wan Kenobi, or should I say Ben Kenobi, taking place after the events of the Clone Wars.
I always heard that you're supposed to watch the movies backwards. At least that's what I heard.
Yeah.
Like even in 7th grade, they said, "Oh, you're supposed to watch the one before A New Hope because that's like Anakin, young Anakin."
Yeah, Anakin Skywalker.
Anakin Skywalker and Jar Jar Binks and everything like that. And fun fact about the one before New Hope with Anakin, they compare that to the Wizard of Oz because Anakin's living on a farm or something like that, and I didn't know that until I was in 7th grade.
Yeah,
they
are you talking
compare that
about
to the Wizard of Oz?
Yeah, it kind of gets that similarity too, but also but also part of the inspiration for this film. Now that it's like I can see that as an inspiration too, because if you think about it, you're growing up on a farm. Somehow you travel to a world that you have never visited. That's kind of like a good inspiration too, and I can definitely agree with you on that. But also another inspiration that this film was put in for Star Wars was part of it was Flash Gordon. Now here's the thing. George Lucas was originally going to adapt a Flash Gordon film, but somehow that did not go through. George Lucas loved the Flash Gordon series, but that film came out in 1980. But unfortunately, he wasn't able to get the rights.
I think he's better off for it. I think he went the right route.
Yeah, considering his net worth, I looked this stuff the other day. George Lucas's net worth is like $1.8 billion or something.
Yeah, even director Francis Ford Coppola tried to help George Lucas, and this was part of their collaboration while they were working on American Graffiti back in 1973. But that did not even go through too. But also another fun fact. Star Wars was actually the part of the narrative parallels for Star Wars was also based off of Japanese filmmaker Akira Kurosawa, particularly with The Hidden Fortress.
Yeah.
Now, is anybody familiar with Akira Kurosawa?
No.
I'm familiar with him slightly. I haven't seen one of his films in a while, but
Because some of his films are the inspiration, or should I say, George Lucas took inspiration from filmmaker Akira Kurosawa for Star Wars, including the lightsaber battles as well.
Uh-huh.
yeah. I would say that like Leah was saying earlier, how it like is kind of like Wizard of Oz with kind of the person in their hometown getting thrust into this completely different new magical world. I think it's because it's so simple that it like is so it like stands the test of time so much better because it's not confusing. It's for everyone and it's for the most general viewers, and that's why I think that this movie, among other things, is so loved by everyone, especially nowadays.
Yeah, I mean, Star Wars is still loved to this day. And yes, there are definitely flaws in every single Star Wars film. I'm not saying it's perfect. there are definitely flaws within those films. I mean,
yeah, I would love to get into some of the flaws in New Hope. My favorite is how bad the stormtrooper outfits are. like, dude, if you pay attention in like the some of the background scenes, the guys wearing the outfits are tripping all the time. Like there's literally, and the worst part was apparently the helmets were awful. Because there's a scene that they kept in where Mark Mark Hamill, when him, Han, and Chewbacca are walking into the elevator, Luke says, "I can't see a thing in this helmet." That wasn't in the script. That was Mark Hamill complaining that he can't see anything with the helmet on.
I thought you were talking about that one stormtrooper who
Yeah,
banged his head on the door.
I was going to talk about that. Then you have the classic scene where the troopers are walking into the room and you see the trooper whack his head off the door.
But I didn't know that about Mark Hamill.
I did not know.
Yeah.
I the one from Mark Hamill I did not know.
Yeah, and they kept it in,
I thought you were referring to that one stormtrooper who banged his head on the door.
Well, because on Facebook I follow this like Star Wars like fag fan page, so it's like every so often I was scrolling through Facebook. A fun fact today: did you know that this line that Mark Hamill says was not in the script? He was legit complaining about the vision of the stormtrooper helmet. I'm like, really?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't even know that.
I actually found that out through a YouTube video, and it was like the top like bloopers or stuff that they kept in the movie, and that one with Mark Hamill was in it, like number 3 or number 4.
Well, this was Mark Hamill. This is Mark Hamill pre-Joker time.
Yeah, exactly. And another good moment for you guys, the scene where Han's at the microphone and he's like, yeah, we're all fine here. How are you? That whole scene was improvised.
I love that. That's my favorite scene, I think, from
If
the
you
movie.
pay attention to that scene, Harrison Ford was so uncomfortable because he had no script. They literally told him, wing it. So everything you hear him say in that was completely, he thought of that whole thing.
And then he just shoots it.
Then it's just like,
who
boring
is this?
conversation anyway.
And who is this? What's your operating number? Bang.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, we're doing good here, real good. How are you?
Situation under control. Situation normal.
I just like, from what I just mentioned, like quoting on this one stormtrooper off screen, going through the microphone, wondering, who is this? What is your operating number?
Yeah.
Bang. Like, it's just the fact that
It's
Han
so
Solo
funny.
shoots the microphone because he knows, like, I'm screwed.
Yeah, it's funny. It's like, you can't-
that's a messed up. Han Solo just screwed up. They should probably call him Screwed Solo.
Hey, he shoots first, asks questions later.
Okay. Hey, Screwed Solo.
Well, to be fair, in the original cut, he shot first.
Yeah.
With Greedo. And then
oh my goodness.
Then they changed it in the remasters, but we'll ignore that. It's fine.
Yes, I mean, it's the shot heard round the world.
Yeah.
They even mentioned Jabba the Hutt. Now, here's the thing. Jabba was originally going to be in the original cut, but for some reason, they cut him out.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, in the original scene when they filmed it, wasn't it like a big guy with like a furry vest on or something?
Yes,
like,
it was supposed to be. I remember seeing a YouTube video of that, of Jabba the Hutt in human form. Now, I remember Jabba the Hutt as this, going to Return of the Jedi. You probably all know about this.
Yeah.
The reveal of Jabba the Hutt.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and go ahead, Drew.
Oh, well, I would just say I kind of like that they kind of just mentioned him in the first movie. And it, like that first movie, A New Hope especially, it just like, it foreshadows or it talks about a lot of things that happened in the past. And it really builds a lot of like depth and like past events, like Obi-Wan Kenobi mentioning the Clone Wars and all that.
Actually, Princess Leia also mentioned that during
Yeah.
R2-D2's message.
And it just adds so much more to where you're like, oh my gosh, what happened in the Clone Wars? Who's Jabba the Hutt? And we don't see Jabba the Hutt 2 movies after that, so it's like,
yeah, exactly. And here's the thing: I found the guy. His name is Declan Mulholland. He was the actor who played Jabba the Hutt in a deleted scene from the very first Star Wars film.
he must have been pretty upset. After the movie got big, he was like, dang it.
Yeah. And the history behind the famous hut scene in New Hope is pretty funny because the original 97 Jabba design, holy cow, man.
Yes, that was
that
the
design-
worst. One of the worst CGI effects I've ever seen in the 97 cuts. Now,
yeah.
I saw that off of YouTube, and Jabba's voice was dubbed in Huttese.
Yeah, and it's just, dude, that did not age well. And keep in mind, it took him a year to make that. I'm like, guys, was that the...
Yeah.
This looks like, that's like PlayStation 2 looking.
I think they should have just left it be. They shouldn't have
graphics.
went back and done anything
Now,
more.
granted, in the 2011 remaster, they fixed it. He actually looks really good now, but that 97, like...
That was when he
man.
stepped. That was when Han Solo stepped over Jabba's tail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I will say this: when I actually saw Jabba the Hutt for the first time, well, in Episode 6, actually, I was like, "What the?
Yeah.
What is this? Oh my goodness! This." I'm not gonna lie, Jabba the Hutt looks pretty disgusting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's pretty grotesque.
I
looking.
mean, yes, grotesque. I mean, but to be fair, I mean the character in pop culture is now memorable.
Mhm.
I mean, he was referenced a lot in Star Wars: The Clone Wars. He even gets an expanded relatives too in the Clone Wars TV series.
Oh yeah, like literally before the Clone Wars show, they did a movie, a 2-hour Clone Wars movie, and his son was the main thing of that film where they had to rescue his son.
And I think he had a nephew.
I'm not sure.
I think he had a
It's
nephew
been a
or
long
cousin.
time.
I don't remember. I know the name, but I don't remember the relationship. But other than that, Boba Fett even appeared in Episode 4. I think they just brought in the Boba Fett stand-in actor just to appear in Episode 4.
Yeah. We didn't know that much about him. Boba Fett's like one of those characters. He was just kind of like a background thing. I don't think any of the developers I don't think the team were imagining he would get as famous as he did.
I think I looked it up, and I think they weren't expecting him to be that popular like at all. And then apparently the toy sales like just boomed with him, and everybody was like buying Boba Fett thing.
Because Boba Fett appeared in the. I am not supposed to say this, but I'm gonna have to. I'm sorry, folks. The Star Wars Holiday Special.
Oh my goodness! Oh my god!
And that was the. Here's the thing. That was the only seeing Boba Fett. Look, I feel sorry for. I feel sorry to those who were involved with that holiday special, but I will admit, seeing Boba Fett in the holiday special was the highlight.
That movie's unreal. That's honestly like that is. I don't know. I just can't believe that happened.
Dude, that movie, that special is where you go to kill your brain. Like that, if you want to,
especially in 1978,
like you have to go to a mental institution after absorbing the amount of cringe in that runtime.
Yes.
Like
Doug Walker of Channel Awesome said it best.
Oh yeah, check out his review. Like he did the best job of explaining just what a dumpster fire that special is, man.
Jeez.
Yeah,
oh, man.
I mean,
We'll
even
never
George
forget.
Lucas himself hated the holiday special.
I think they even destroyed like every reel. Carrie Fisher, fun fact, she actually kept a reel of the holiday special, and she would play it at some of her parties.
It's so weird. It's so weird that like everyone got on board for that. Like everyone was there. Like Han was there, Mark Hamill was there, Carrie Fisher was there, and it's just like you're watching it and you're just like, wow. Like,
wow.
Just,
And on top of that, I also want to mention like some of the actors too. Before Harrison Ford was up for the role of Han Solo, you have actors, multiple actors going for the role of Han Solo. This includes Kurt Russell, Bill Murray, Sylvester Stallone, Burt Reynolds, Jack Nicholson, James Caan, Robert De Niro, even Al Pacino too, Chevy Chase, and the list keeps going. I mean, the list keeps going.
Can you imagine Chevy Chase?
I can't imagine Bill Murray.
Bill Murray. Kirk Russell, maybe.
Yeah, he's
Kirk
the
Russell. He has that Han look. I guarantee you, in some alternate reality, he got the part. I could see him playing it.
I
definitely.
mean, Sylvester Stallone and Christopher Walken were even up for the role.
Wow.
Oh no, Stallone. Nope, sorry, no.
Don't worry, he's better off as Rocky
Yeah, that's
like
for sure.
I stick with that franchise, buddy. That's where you shine.
and Rambo.
Yes, and Rambo.
Yep. I mean, since I mentioned other actors, for Princess Leia, Jodie Foster and Karen Allen were also up for the role of Princess Leia before Carrie Fisher.
Wait a minute. Jodie Foster, is that the chick from Silence of the Lambs?
Yes,
She was-
that is
yeah.
her.
Really?
Taxi
She
driver.
was up for that?
Yes.
Wow.
I can imagine because like she just got off a Taxi Driver in '76, I believe. So
Yeah.
she had
76.
some. And did she get nominated?
Yeah,
for-
she got a supporting actor nomination.
Yeah, so she had
for
some
that,
like like she was very known at that time. So
Yeah.
They stick
man.
they stick the landing with Carrie Fisher.
I'm
Yeah,
trying
exactly.
to imagine her as Leia. Like, really?
Yeah, I mean,
I can kinda
the same
see
with
it,
the same with
like-
Karen Allen. Karen Allen was almost up for the role of Princess Leia.
Carrie, that name sounds. Wait a minute.
She was Marion Ravenwood in Indiana Jones.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
that's
oh
her.
yeah,
Yeah,
that would have been so funny if she was Leia. Like, she's in the Indiana Jones franchise. That would have like backed up the fan theories that Indiana Jones is just
Han Solo.
Han Solo dreaming while in
Carbonite.
Carbonite.
Actually, that's a nice theory too.
yeah,
that is a
like,
very nice theory.
that would have backed it up so much more.
That's a nice theory. And also, George Lucas produced Indiana Jones as well with Steven Spielberg.
Yeah.
And also, I already mentioned Alec Guinness. I mentioned Alec Guinness taking the role of Obi-Wan Kenobi. Actually, fun fact, Alec Guinness himself did not like being involved in Star Wars.
yeah.
Yeah, I heard that too. I mean, I heard he didn't like it like at all. But I'm sure it paid well for him.
Yeah.
Oh,
like,
it did.
considering he came back for the sequels, so
Yeah.
as a ghost, but still.
Mm-hmm. I think at one moment he went so far as to not sign any autographs if none of his fans if any of the fans cannot watch Star Wars.
Really?
I think he went so far. That's from what I remember. He will not sign any autographs unless the person does not watch
I mean,
Star Wars.
I can kind of see it since before that he was more of like a Shakespearean kind of. If I'm correct.
he is. Yeah.
Yeah. So and that one's kind of more like cheesy kind of. Which I'm really like, why'd he pick the role then? You know what I mean? Like, why was he in it if he, like, did you read the
Like,
script?
that's the whole thing I don't understand. With actors like him who are like, they hated being a part of it, then why did you take the role then?
Yeah.
Like, you can turn it down. You know that, right?
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah, that's
if
that's
you
the
hate
thing,
it,
yeah.
then why did you take it?
Oh, we even get our very first hello there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But
other-
actually, General Grievous said it first in an episode of in the first season of Star Wars: The Clone Wars. So General Grievous did it first.
Yeah.
But film wise,
Yeah.
Episode 4 did it first.
I
Yeah.
mean,
Film wise,
with this, like, with him not liking the movies, he does a really good job. Like, he is a really good actor.
I mean,
At
he-
his time, yeah, he was a really good actor.
Yeah, exactly. And I like Alec Guinness in this film. Hey, at least he still holds the Guinness World Record.
Yeah. Yep. Totally.
Yep. But anyway,
I mean, what's even more funny is Harrison Ford did not like the character of Han Solo. He didn't like it at all. And honestly, and a fun fact for you, he tried to get Han killed off in Empire Strikes Back.
he got his wish in Episode 7.
Well, here's the thing. So, a little history for you. The reason why Han got frozen in carbonite at the end of Empire, the crew wasn't 100% sure whether Harrison was going to come back for the next film. So they had to come up with some kind of excuse to explain why Han would possibly not be in the next film. Be like, oh, he's frozen in carbonite in Jabba's palace. We know where he is. But
Yeah, I kind of think.
like they had to do that so they'd have an excuse. Oh, he's not here because
Yeah.
you know, because they weren't 100% sure. Because everybody else said yes except him.
Mm-hmm.
They had to convince him to come back for Return of the Jedi.
Right, right.
But
And
like Mark
yeah.
said, you guys wish in episode 7. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, episode 7 was a shocker right there.
Oh yeah.
And then returning as a ghost in episode 9.
Yeah. Well,
No, I mean more like a Kylo Ren and imagination.
Yeah, kind of a
but
premonition kind
Yeah.
of thing.
premonition kind of thing.
can we talk about Darth Vader?
Literally like one of the greatest like film villains of all time.
Yes.
What do you think, Drew?
Yeah, that opening scene when C-3PO and R2-D2 get away from Darth Vader, and he just comes out, and that theme comes out, his music comes out, and you're just like, this is iconic.
Yes.
That's what I think.
I
every
agree.
Time.
I agree. Dun dun dun
Dun,
dun
dun,
dun
dun,
dun
dun, dun.
Actually, fun fact: long before James Earl Jones and David Prowse, actually, to be fair, David Prowse was the stand-in, but Orson Welles was actually going to do the voice of Darth Vader.
Really?
Yeah, Orson
Huh.
Welles, one of the greatest actors of all time. The one of the greatest actors who was able to write, direct, produce Citizen Kane.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Orson Welles. Yeah, in fact, it was originally going to be Orson Welles to voice Vader, but George Lucas thought the voice would be too familiar to audiences. So
Yeah,
they,
sure,
They instead cast a less recognizable voice actor.
Yeah.
And
now he's one
that
of the
would
most
be
recognizable voices.
James Earl Jones.
Yeah.
And now James Earl Jones is famous
Yeah.
for this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yes. Like, I was rewatching Star Wars Rogue One like 2 or 3 weeks ago, and he came back to voice Darth Vader again for that as well. And that film is, it came out in 2016, so
Yes.
it's 6 years old. Yeah.
I think so.
And he
yeah.
came back to voice Vader. Dude, the guy is like in his early 80s, and his voice still sounds exactly the same as
But
it
I'm
did.
pretty sure he's 90 now.
or
he's in his-
almost.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think he's like about 90 as of now for James Earl Jones.
Well,
Yeah.
age has not slowed down a bit. His voice work in that just
he is
as
a legend.
good. Yeah.
James Earl Jones is a legend.
He's 91,
Oh my
actually.
gosh. Wow.
91.
Yep.
I mean, he's a legend, and he even appeared in other films too. He was the voice of Mufasa in The Lion King.
He also was in Field of Dreams.
Yes,
Oh,
that
yes,
one.
he
That
was.
one. He even did the opening narration for the Field of Dreams baseball game
Yeah.
last summer.
I'd be careful not to choke on your aspirations, Commander Koenig.
Yeah.
Oh, he played the neighbor in The Sandlot. That one neighbor.
Oh yeah. He
Oh
did.
yeah,
Wow.
that was
The
him,
blind,
wasn't
the
it?
blind guy, I believe. Is he blind?
yeah, I believe
It's been a
so, yeah.
while. Yeah, that's so
I
funny.
forgot
did
his
not
name. I
realize
forgot the
that.
name. What was the name?
Oh.
I don't know, dude. It's been a long time.
I think it was
since I've
Mr.
seen that one.
Myrtle.
Someone will have to Google that.
I think it was Mr. Myrtle. I mean, he was the neighbor in this in The Sandlot. I remember him in that film too. I think that was when I was first introduced to James Earl Jones, like in film, seeing him
It was
in film.
it was Mr. Myrtle.
Yeah, so it was Mr. Myrtle.
Yeah.
The neighbor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, he's a pretty well-known actor.
Yeah.
Mostly because of his voice and just
Mhm.
his.
Mark, going off of what you said earlier, Vader is one of those villains where I just kind of feel like literally he doesn't have to say anything. In New Hope, when he enters the hallway through the door that they blasted open, just he walks up. You just see this black figure with a cape. You just hear the breathing.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, it's just like the presence. It's like you do not want to mess with this guy.
Yeah.
Like, dude, his mere presence just sends shivers, dude.
Yes, and also David Prowse. David Prowse was originally going to be the physical appearance and voice of Darth Vader, but somehow, I'm sorry to say this, but the accent did not go well for David Prowse.
No.
Oh yeah.
And at one point, he was even nicknamed Darth Farmer.
Wow.
Yeah. Yes, David Prowse was nicknamed Darth Farmer.
What a very intimidating name.
Yeah. Oh my
man.
goodness.
Poor guy.
Poor guy.
I'm sorry. Look.
Yeah,
Oh my goodness. Oh my
no.
goodness. Oh my goodness. That's pretty low. That's
Uh,
low.
Yeah.
That's a little. That's a bit low, but at the same time, you kind of want to understand that Darth Vader needs to be threatening.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, here's the thing, though. Can we please talk about? Yeah, this film is funny and all, but can we please talk about the fact there are some legit horrific moments?
Yes, I was about to say that.
Like, yeah, like there are some horrific moments in this. Like, number one, Uncle Ben and Aunt
Yeah.
Peru,
Oh my
their
goodness.
bodies.
Yes, we
when
see their
Luke comes
skeleton
back,
bodies.
They're
'Cause-
just like, you're like, dude, what did the stormtroopers use on them? Where'd their skin go?
And I believe
Did they
this-
burn them?
Was
Like,
this movie PG?
Yes, it was PG.
That's shocking.
like you could, their skeletons, their flesh is
Yeah.
like almost gone. You're like, wait, did they use a flamethrower? Like, what
Yeah.
did they do to them?
I
Like,
mean, yeah,
oh,
and
what the heck?
wow. I mean, it's like if Luke Skywalker's life on Tatooine right now, just right now in that scene got smoked.
Mm-hmm.
No pun intended.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, the people who literally raised him dead, just like that, can't do anything about it. Just that's it.
I'm pretty sure once Obi-Wan Kenobi comes out in end of May, it's gonna be something.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, and also on top of that, you have the scene where the Death Star blows up Alderaan. Like, dude, think about this. Everybody's just on that planet enjoying their day, and then just
Yeah.
split second, they're millions
gone.
of people
They're gone.
dead.
Yes, dead.
Now think about Leia for a second. She just watched the planet she spent the first like 19 plus years of her life on, where her home gone just like that,
Mhm.
and she had to watch.
Yeah. That's
She watched
pretty messed up.
her entire planet destroyed
And on top of that,
by not only Darth Vader but also Grand Moff Tarkin.
and on top of that, her father was on the planet when it
Yes.
got blown up. Bail Organa.
Bail Organa.
Yeah,
yes.
he was on there too. And I think her mom was on there too.
Yes.
Or
Yeah.
or step parents, if you will.
Right, step parents. Yes.
So literally, her entire world, if you will, gone in a split second.
Yes.
All gone. Like, what the heck, dude? Like,
yeah, that's
it's like when you're a kid, you don't think about that.
No, you
When
don't
you
even
think
think
about
about
that now.
that.
You're like, this girl needs therapy ASAP.
Yeah.
Like, what the heck, man?
I mean, even Darth Vader himself, like, try to like torture Leia in her prison cell, trying to discuss about the plans for the Death Star.
yeah, it makes you wonder what happened in that cell. You just see the robot come in, right?
Yeah, it
Has
was
the
I think it was a
needle.
droid. It was a droid.
It was a droid, yeah. Comes in with the needle. He starts to walk over towards her. The door shuts. You're like, okay, what did he do to her?
I actually do not know.
Like, yeah.
that kind of goes into that the whole thing. It's not like it doesn't show you what happens. It kind of just leaves it like the Uncle Ben dying. It doesn't show you. It just be like the aftermath.
Yeah, it's
Like-
kind of like letting the audience decide. Okay, what's happening? What's happening right now? Leah, you want to throw in? You want to?
Yeah, you got any opinions on this?
I don't. I don't. I'm just trying to take everything in.
Well, this film, like, talking about this stuff, it's like when you go back and watch your favorite Disney cartoon as a kid, and you notice all the adult jokes that flew over your head when you were a kid.
Yeah.
It's like that's how it feels like to me. You know, like you're watching, you're like, oh my gosh, that is dark as heck. You know,
Yes.
like, and this is a kids movie.
I mean, I
PG.
don't think Star Wars was meant to be a kids' film.
I
Don't get me
think-
wrong.
I don't think so. Definitely not for the time. Then you know the famous scene where Kenobi literally takes a dude's arm off with
Yeah.
his lightsaber
Oh yes.
and the bar.
Yeah, I mean,
that
the
was
prequels got pretty dark, especially in Revenge of the Sith. But like that one was still like Phantom Menace and Attack of the Clones was obviously for children, and I mean, there's dark roots in this, like in the first film.
yeah.
think, like,
You see
heavily.
blood. You see blood from
You
that
literally
arm.
see
You see
blood, yeah.
blood. You see that? You see the blood pouring out, and then he kills this one guy who's basically the "I don't like you either."
Yeah,
And the other thing
for
that
no
was-
reason, like for no reason at all.
Yeah, and the yeah exactly. And Another sad moment for me. Now,
can I mention the Cantina
sure,
band?
Yeah, go ahead.
Dun, 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 dun. Hands down, probably my favorite band in that scene.
Oh yeah, that scene is so
Playing
iconic.
the same note over and over
and
again.
over and over. That
Yep.
music is literally branded in my brain because in Lego Star Wars: The Complete Saga, the main map you were on before you would start one of the movies was the Cantina.
Yes,
And
Mos
that music was
Eisley
playing-
Cantina.
Yeah, and that music was playing on a loop. So when you're in the main level, waiting to go play one of the films, you know, all you heard was that music in
I mean,
the bar.
hey, it's John Williams. He knows how to do his stuff.
Yeah, exactly. And another sad moment for me in this film, right?
Yeah, let's go to that.
This
Let's
will
go
be
to
the
that,
last
yeah.
one. When literally Luke loses like two of his best friends during the Death Star battle.
Oh, yes.
Like literally his best friend,
Oh.
I can't remember his name. That they hug at the rebel base.
Oh,
yeah, yeah.
Like
Wow.
Biggs,
I
like
forgot.
Biggs.
Here, I'll look it up.
Yeah, like his name's like Biggs or something. And there's a deleted scene where him and Biggs have
yes,
a
yes, that
conversation
one.
together.
I think the reason why that one was
And-
cut, because that was cut, and I think the reason why, because I feel like it had so much political stuff in that scene. Which
The thing is though, it was nice to get some insight because because that scene gives more backstory on their friendship. Because if we don't, when the first time we see Biggs, they're talking and everything, hugging, and the audience kind of has to assume, okay, I guess these two are what, Drew?
You were right on the name. Yeah.
Oh,
was-
okay,
it was
okay,
Biggs,
cool,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Like the audience kind of has to assume, okay, these guys are obviously best friends. So I feel like that scene should have been kept in to help establish their friendship
Yeah.
for when he comes back later. Like that's my opinion. Because during that deleted scene, like Luke looks up and he sees the battle going on where, you know, the ship's attacking Leia's ship and everything. You're and it's a different take. You're seeing it what it looks like from the ground, from
right,
a different planet, you know, like I think that scene should have stayed in. But yeah, like Luke's best friend literally died protecting him, you know, like and like that's just really sad too, you know, like and kind of find out the dude that killed him's your father.
And speaking
Wait,
of
what?
dude,
What,
speaking of
Christian?
dude,
Wait,
speaking,
what?
speaking of dude, how about Darth Vader killing the dude who's trying to protect Luke Skywalker? And I am referring to Obi-Wan Kenobi, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kenobi's scene, so like, okay, look, that's a weak part of the film for me, so hear me out. Luke being sat at the table always kind of confused me. It's like, wait a minute, this guy watched a friend die the healing new for like a few hours, and Leia is comforting him when literally she watched her entire home planet blow up like
Yeah.
3 hours
But
ago.
also,
Like,
don't forget,
I feel like
in the
the
message.
roles should be switched.
She's very tough. She's a very tough girl, Christian.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Strong
Okay.
female lead. You're right.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
oh,
yes,
I'm
yes.
sorry. Sorry.
But here's the thing. Leia sent this message. Wanted to send this message to Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
I mean, if you see in the message, she's trying to reach out to Obi-Wan Kenobi or General Kenobi, I should say.
Yeah.
About General Kenobi. Now they got the Death Star. About their time with the clone. About General Kenobi helping out with Layla's stepfather during the Clone Wars, and
Yep.
then now with everything now going up everything going up with the stormtroopers and the Empire, Layla needs help.
Yeah.
That's why.
I think that
yeah.
fight scene between Obi-Wan and Darth Vader, it's like I've mentioned before, it's just like it's very limited on, you know,
the special effects
from what we see now, and I actually read that they were using like actual glass, like little sword things, so
Yes.
they had to make sure not to hit the other one too hard or else it would shatter.
Mm-hmm.
And just the dialogue between them, basically Darth Vader going like, "I was the apprentice and now I'm the master." It's just like so much lore.
Only the master of evil.
Yeah, so much lore there that just makes you like want to see so much more about this whole like world or universe.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You want to watch an update? Want to watch an updated fight of Darth Vader and
Oh,
Obi-Wan
yes.
Kenobi?
Did
Go
you
to
see-
YouTube.
Yeah.
That is
Go to
awesome.
YouTube
Yeah.
and check out that updated fight. That is probably the most awesome
Mhm.
updated fight scene between Obi-Wan Kenobi and Darth Vader that I have ever seen.
Yeah, like it's so good. And the thing is, that's another thing about the film. Like you guys can say what you want about the new effects they added in 2011, but one of the things they did right for me was that they fixed the lightsabers. Because
That's true, yeah.
in the original cut, there was literally like no colors. They were both like white colored. There wasn't like the red and blue colors that we know and love now. They were just white.
It's
and
basically like a kendo style fight.
yeah, and
Which is a Japanese style like fight.
and literally in the original cut, you can literally see the cords attached to them to the battery packs that were probably underneath the costumes or something like that. You could kind of notice the cord, I think, or something like that. So they obviously had to go back and fix that. You
especially
know?
some of the shots, like they're very close up shots too, and I can
Yeah.
definitely understand why that fight was very limited. But
Yeah.
at the same time, it's a classic fight because
Oh yeah,
it's a classic fight between the two.
Like it didn't
between the
need
two.
to be flashy. Like,
no,
it, didn't have to be.
it was good enough on its own. Like these two are, they're old. They can't do the Mustafar stuff they
No,
did before.
exactly.
Like,
Oh,
they're
wow,
not.
that-
Like,
yeah,
yeah,
jeez.
like, those days are over. So,
Yeah.
but another thing though. Also, this might be controversial, but I thought Kenobi's death was stupid. Like, dude, why didn't you run back and get on the Falcon? Like, why did you let Vader kill you? Because you've already got a good relationship established with Luke. He needs a master to be taught how to use the Force. Why would you just off yourself
that's
like that?
That's actually a pretty good question.
Like, okay,
did
he
he actually
finds-
did he actually disappear? Was there no did his body disappear?
Yeah.
Well, it's just like, okay, look, he finds Yoda in the sequel. Fair
Yeah.
enough.
Yes, he finds Yoda.
It would have been so much easier if Obi-Wan had just lived and took him there himself. Like, why did you just, like, dude, you just made this way more complicated.
He's like, I'm tired. I'm just gonna let you do your own thing. I'll
Yeah.
talk to you.
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
Maybe
just like, yeah.
maybe Alec Guinness was tired of being in this film.
That's true.
I
so
don't
that's
know,
why maybe
but-
that's why he transitioned to voiceover.
Yeah,
for
it's
that.
symbolic. He took
Yeah.
the high road on that one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. But that's just one of the things that just didn't make any sense. Like, how it should have ended, even poked fun at this. Yoda's like, well, maybe you shouldn't have gotten yourself killed or something, like.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, very true. That's just one of those things, like, did Kenobi really have to die? I don't think so, but
No.
that's just me.
I mean, I guess maybe he thought that he could help Luke more as a ghost. Maybe what I mean, like he's by himself, like he did at the
Yeah.
end of the film. But at the same time, Christian.
Wait. Hang on a second. If you're telling me that Obi-Wan Kenobi could have helped Luke more as a ghost, but yet you have Princess Leia helping Rey out, and she's not. No. Oh wait, never mind. I thought she was already a ghost during that time.
It's
Episode 9.
No,
the ghosts are very confusing.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was like-
the whole ghost concept is very confusing. It's like you find out in episode 9 they can interact with real life objects. It's like Ghost Luke literally catches the lightsaber in episode 9. It's like, wait a minute, you're telling me these guys could interact with real life objects the whole time?
That is something I find confusing, but that was probably during Disney Star Wars. But this is but episode 4 is the OG Star
yeah,
Wars.
it's the OG, but yeah.
I have to ask just really quickly, what's there speaking of editing, making changes to the original film? What's everybody's opinion on the Anakin Skywalker? Him being the one from the prequels at the end of episode 6.
Oh.
Yeah, you see, I actually liked it because it makes more sense. It's like Obi-Wan being old, so it's like he was good his whole life. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So, but Anakin was good up until he turned Darth Vader. So
Yeah.
it makes sense to me. Okay, he's good again. When was the last time he was good? When he was young. So him being in his young form makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that makes more
Leah?
sense, but that's my opinion.
Leah, you wanna say
I
something?
would have to be on Christian's side with this one. I like him being young.
Yeah, I see it both ways because I see it as them thinking like in the original cuts, like people probably watch that and goes, "Who the heck is this old guy?" You know, because he looked completely different.
I
But
mean,
at the same-
that turned out to be Anakin Skywalker.
Yeah, but at the same time, you gotta think like, wasn't the him as an old self? Wasn't he like redeemed right before he died as a Jedi?
I think
because he saved Luke from Palpatine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
But I think it's just like to recognize and bring all the prequels and the original movies
Mhm.
together in a nice.
I mean,
bow.
hey, without this trilogy, we wouldn't have gotten the prequels.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
and I mean the new trilogy, say what you will, but it did do a good job of connecting the originals and the prequels together, in my
Mhm.
opinion.
Yeah.
But that's just me. But yeah, I totally agree with what you said, Drew. I get it.
Yeah.
Among the changes, that's very passive. Like I'm passive on that one. That one's fine.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
now I will say, but I will say this. See, with episode 4, like to me, episode 4. I mean, or should I say the original Star Wars?
Yeah, the
It's,
original.
It's literally a legendary classic.
Mhm,
Like,
yeah.
Yeah,
like, look, I mean, you can say what you will about the special edition re-releases, but at least the film still holds up. I don't care if it's like you're seeing the original or the special edition one. You can definitely tell. You can still enjoy this. Like, it's literally a spectacle. The film that really exceeded expectations.
yeah.
Like,
And in fact, especially during the final battle on the Death Star, that was like World War II like space fight.
mhm.
And that was another thing that they fixed, in my opinion, in the 2011 remaster. Is when they added in additional scenes with the X-wings. You actually see the guys in the cockpits moving around, and looking at
The
their
dog
displays.
fights. I think they're known as dog. I feel like the plane, like like the aerial battles, kind of like
Yeah.
it's kind of like a dog fight, like dog fights.
Yeah, exactly. And that whole battle sequence was so cool to me because they really had this feel of like no one's safe. Like anyone could die at any moment. So
Yeah,
you're on the edge of the seat, like, dude, dodge that TIE fighter. Come on, shoot him down. Like,
yeah.
like, get him. Don't blow up. You're like, it's no one's safe.
Yeah,
Like it has this feeling like a war movie where it's like literally anyone could die at any moment. So you're like hoping like nothing happens.
And I got a bad feeling about this for Lord Vader because
Oh, yeah.
he celebrated too early.
Yeah, exactly. Those
I have
those-
you now.
like them in their TIE fighters and everything. That looks fantastic.
Oh,
Like,
yes.
Oh,
for 1977, it looks awesome. Like it's just
Mhm.
amazing. Like
Yes.
I got two things to point out. One, is anybody familiar with director Joe Johnston?
no.
I can't say that I am.
Okay, because for those of you who don't know, he directed the first Captain America film back in 2011.
Oh, okay.
But also, he was one of the few artists, special effects artists, or he's one of the few special effects artists for the original Star Wars.
Oh, really?
Joe
Really?
Johnston. He even
Okay.
did the same for the Indiana Jones films as well.
Really?
Because he actually
Okay.
he had a one of the Death Star Trooper cameos in this film.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because he actually did cameo in this film.
Oh.
And another cameo to point out, John Wayne. John Wayne. Are you all familiar with John Wayne?
Yeah.
Because actually, one of the spies in this film on Tatooine, when Luke, Ben, C-3PO, and R2-D2 were about to go to the Falcon, they were being
Yeah.
followed by this spy.
Yeah.
They heavily synthesized audio recordings of John Wayne from earlier films, and they were used for one of the Imperial spies.
Really?
Wow.
Yes.
I did not know that.
I actually did not know.
that
I did
either.
not know that
Huh.
either, but it was so heavily synthesized you don't even notice. But it is actually John Wayne with heavily synthesized audio recordings
Oh,
from
that's
earlier films.
interesting.
So I thought I'd bring this up too.
that's pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Now
It
I
seems
would,
really random. It's like
yeah,
kinda-
yeah. It's like it's those little things like you don't know about. You
Yeah,
know.
exactly.
And,
No, exactly. Yeah.
Now, guys, I have a really good question for all you. What is your favorite scene in this movie? And I'll go first, right quick. So my favorite scene is the hallway shootout. It's right after Luke gets Leia out of the cell. Aren't you a little short to be a stormtrooper? What? Oh, uniform. And takes
Yeah.
down. Anyway, he gets Leia. They get out of the cell, and then the stormtroopers bust in through the door, and then Han, Chewbacca, and Leia and Luke, they're stuck. They're trapped in the hallway. They're cornered. They can't get out, and they're all just like screaming, arguing at each other, like, "I can't hold him down forever. Now what?" And then Leia's like, well, what? Didn't you have a plan for getting out? Ease the brain, sweetheart. You know. Then she's like, she literally steals Luke's blaster and shoots a hole in the conductor vent. Then Han's like, what the heck are you doing? Leia's like, well, someone has to save us, kids, or something. Then she, and the garbage chute, fly boy. Then she like jumps in.
Oh yeah, I feel like, and then Chewbacca did not want to go down there.
Yeah, Han's like, get in there, you I don't care what you smell. And kicks him in there. And they all jump in. That's my favorite scene.
You can go, Leah. Yeah.
My favorite scene is actually at the beginning when CP3O and R2D2 are getting them, or they're leaving with the message, and R2D or CP3O is like, you're
C3PO.
yeah, he's like, you're not allowed in there. I don't care if you're not authorized. Like, he's just being a big worry wart, and then they climb in the little, and then they're in there.
The escape pod.
Yeah, the escape pod, and he's like, is this authorized? And then you just hear, no, I don't know. Like, him almost saying, I don't know. Like,
Yeah.
I'm going to regret that. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, Anthony Daniels and Kenny Baker as C3PO and R2D2. They were great.
And fun fact, they are the only two characters to appear in every Star Wars film except for Solo.
That is also true.
Yes. And what about you, Drew? What's your favorite moment?
It would probably be following right after yours, Christian, the garbage chute scene. Besides the Han Solo on the intercom with the guy scene, I think that's my favorite just because it's like, it's very like kind of out of nowhere. It's kind of like a detached scene in the grand scheme of things, kind of, but it's kind of funny just because it's like they have no idea what's going on and they just try everything. Han and Leia are fighting the whole time, and and like C-3PO and R2-D2 are outside and they're just like, oh, they died, oh no, and they're like, he's like R2-D2, like they're just yelling at him. I just think that's such a
even
entertaining
the trash compactor.
Yeah, the trash compactor.
I mean,
yes.
dang. I mean, oh man.
What was that monster?
I have no idea.
Totally forgot, but
The little eye comes up.
it tried to kill Luke.
Yeah, it tried to like drown him or sink him down.
Don't worry. I'm pretty sure in Phineas and Ferb, Dr. Doofenshmirtz told that trash compactor to let Luke live. Does anybody remember that?
No, I don't. I do not
Phineas and
remember
Ferb, they did a Phineas and Ferb Star Wars.
Oh,
Yeah, that's what I was trying to refer to. Like, I don't know if anybody remember that, but
I've seen the
that
Family
was
Guy Star Wars.
Oh no.
Nah. Yeah.
Apparently, there's a Muppets episode of Star Wars too.
Yeah,
I mean, it's popular.
There's like so many parodies of Star Wars, and my favorite is Spaceballs.
Yes, that one.
Dude, I wish that. One second. I'll pass the mic over to Leah. I just want to say I'm really bummed that we couldn't have did a podcast talking about this film for like a parody segment, because like Spaceball is like I think the best parody ever. The way it makes fun of Star Wars is so funny. Leah, what were you gonna say?
Isn't John Candy in that film?
Yes.
Okay.
Barf. I'm a Mog, half man, half dog. I'm my own best friend. It's Dark Helmet. I can't breathe in this thing.
We're jammed. James just going down the computer screen.
Hey, let me point out my favorite scene.
Yeah, what's yours, Smart? Go.
All right, there's so many scenes in the original Star Wars film. If there was a favorite scene that I would have to single out, oh shoot, I'm just gonna have to say, oh my goodness, I can't get it in my mind now. I mean, how many scenes? There's so many memorable scenes.
Can you give some hints? Do you know which one it is, or you just can't pick?
I just can't pick.
Oh,
I can't pick. Oh my goodness.
Or
oh my!
Can someone get this big walking carpet out of my way?
Oh man. If there was only a scene that I would like to pick from this film, it would be the I'm just gonna have to say it. Han shoots first. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to go with that.
That whole scene is so good because like you can just sense the history. he's like going somewhere solo, you know,
Going
like
somewhere solo.
Yes,
yeah.
Greedo.
I mean, here's the thing. Here's why I think that's like my favorite scene because
yeah,
it's like
I love it.
because
It's so good.
it's literally it does establish of Han Solo as a bounty hunter, even though or a space cowboy, I should say.
Dude, I love the camera move. Camera goes under the table. You see Han slowly reaching down to turn the blaster on.
But it's just the fact that
you know,
it's just the fact that when Han is talking to Greedo, it's just like the conversation, like they're doing bounty hunter stuff, but it's the moments where you realize that, Han's gonna shoot the guy.
it's literally a futuristic cowboy scene. Like this scene looks like it's straight out of Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. Like,
yes.
I can also say, in terms of scenes, my other favorite scene would be the iconic binary sunset scene.
Oh yes, that one.
Yeah, and fun fact: all three trilogies end with a shot of the two sunsets.
Yes.
All three trilogies end with the main character of that trilogy looking into the sunset.
I went so far. I forgot to mention this. I find my lack of favorite scene disturbing. And because that was also another scene where the Darth Vader, Grand Moff Tarkin, and the Empire were having a conversation.
Yeah, they're at the meeting table. Don't patronize us with your sorcerer's lays, Lord Vader. Your sad devotion to that ancient religion hasn't helped you conjure out the stolen data tapes or give you clairvoyance enough to find the rebels hidden for.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
Enough of this. Vader, release him.
As you wish. I mean, here's the thing. Grand Moff Tarkin was probably the best Imperial general in any
dude,
Star Wars media.
This guy had the guts to talk up to Vader like that. He could already tell him, do this and do that. Like, that is power. You can order Vader around. Like, that's guts right there.
Yeah, that is total guts right there. I mean, yeah. But anyway, yeah. But anyway, that is like a scene right there.
And also,
it really does test the power of what the Galactic Empire is up to.
Yeah.
And also to mention, the Rebel Alliance, we even get to see what the Rebel Alliance is up to as well. Why they're destroying this Death Star, because one, it's going to destroy an entire planet. And I mean, yeah, that's actually the only reason, because it can destroy an entire planet. But the fact is, the Galactic Empire is so corrupt and political that they want to try to destroy everything.
Yeah, and also, there are a few plot holes in New Hope, but if you watch Rogue One and then go directly into this film, those plot holes are brought up because apparently for a while, a lot of the fans are like, why would the Imperials design this with that big of a flaw? Where the rebels could just shoot a rocket into a vent and it blows the whole thing up. Well, if you watch Rogue One, that little plot hole is explained.
Yep.
And
how
did they get the plans so easily?
For
That's
the
explained too,
record, Rogue One, a Star Wars story, best Disney Star Wars spinoff.
Oh yeah, I think out of all the Star Wars films that Disney has made so far, Force Awakens and Rogue One are my top two.
Yes.
Without a doubt.
Without a doubt. But other than that, yeah. Sorry, my lack of favorite scene was disturbing.
Oh no, not at all.
But it really caught me off guard. I wanted to talk about the Han and Greedo moment because it was like it's just like a moment, especially when Greedo is like, tell that to Jabba. I'm pretty sure he'll take your Millennium Falcon away over my dead body. My clunky.
And also, talking about the Death Star for a second, there's something else about this film that I'm like, why can't you guys just blow up the planet that's in front of Yavin 4 and then just power up and shoot again? Like, how should have anyone even talked about this? Like, guys, why do you have to spend so much time waiting for that planet to move out of the way? Why can't you just blow that one up and then blow up Yavin 4?
Yeah, I mean, they blow up Alderaan first. Well, actually, no, the other planet. Well, that one other planet in Rogue One. Well, the two other planets in Rogue One. Then you got Alderaan, and now nearly Yavin 4.
Yeah. I'm just like, okay, guys, hear me out. Blow up this planet first, and then power up again, and then blow up Yavin 4. There you go.
And Grand Moff Tarkin, he just stands there, not even realizing he's gonna die.
Yeah.
Evacuate? In our moment of triumph, I think you've overestimated their chances.
Well, he didn't even notice, except for Lego Star Wars. The complete saga, the original Lego Star Wars.
Yep.
Yeah. But I will say. But anyway, Leah, do you want to say anything to say?
Nope. Just I don't have anything off the top of my head.
Yeah. Actually, I do want to bring this up. I was playing a lot of Lego Star Wars, and I remember there was a moment I remember. I was like in the 5th grade, somewhere. It was either 5th grade or 6th grade. My dad was walking by. He was hearing the Star Wars music from Episode 5. It was on a level of Cloud City, and he was like, "Hey, stop watching Star Wars!" And then one of my brothers was like, "No, we're not watching Star Wars. We're playing Star Wars."
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Star Wars has become a huge a staple in my household. Like me and my best friend are obsessed with the story. Like I went to theaters to see every Star Wars film Disney ever released, and I watched the main trilogy every day for years of my childhood. I have a Han Solo cosplay that I put together myself that I will wear to a convention someday. And yeah, so I think it's safe to say I'm a fanboy of this franchise.
Oh, trust me, I think when I was little, I was literally a fanboy.
And I grew up with the Star Wars, the Clone Wars TV show.
Hands down,
I grew up with that
love
show.
The Clone Wars. I'm actually on season 4 right now.
And, yeah, I grew up. I watched every episode as they aired growing up as a kid on Cartoon Network. So that show is the most Star Wars I have an attachment to because I was raised with it.
I actually stopped. I kind of avoided Star Wars or Clone Wars after hearing that comment from my dad.
Yeah. Well, it's a good show.
But hey,
it really,
but I was able to rewatch it again when it got to the Darth Maul storyline.
Yeah.
At the end of season 4. So
yeah.
But anyway, any concluding thoughts for the first Star Wars film?
Well, I just want to take a moment. I would like to give a brief mention to Carrie Fisher and the actor who played Chewbacca and the actor who played R2-D2 because they've all sadly passed away over the last couple of years, and I just want to say that we have all of them in our minds as we're recording this. It's really sad that they're not here with us anymore, especially Carrie. 6 years later, and her death still hit me like a ton of bricks.
Yes, and she was already done filming with Episode 8.
Yeah, they had just finished filming, I think, not long after she passed. And for Episode 9, what they did was, it was pretty ingenious, by the way, they used deleted scenes from the first 2 films, and they implemented them into this film.
Yeah.
And I loved the way they paid respect to her in that. I thought was excellent. They made her a main character still, and what they did with her, I thought was amazing. And yeah, I just want to say, I wanted to give them a mention, because we miss them a lot, and it's sad they're not here with us anymore. So I just wanted to give them a brief mention.
I totally respect that. I really do.
Yep.
Man, it is hard too because these are some of the greatest Star Wars legends.
I hope these people realize, you guys hold the childhoods of millions of people on your shoulders. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Do you realize how many people have grown up watching you guys on their TV screens on the daily? Do you not realize that? You helped raise generations of kids.
Yes.
With these characters that you portrayed. That's just so crazy to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And until Disney came in.
Well, that's a whole different topic.
Yeah, but that's a different topic for another time.
But they introduced a new trilogy to bring in a new generation of fans.
That is true, and it's a mixed bag. But hey, we have our own opinions.
Could have been worse. Could have been worse. We can say that.
Yeah, exactly.
That's true. Yeah.
Now, since we're nearing the end of this podcast, Mark, I want to take a minute and say that I want to thank you for inviting me onto your show. It has been an honor. My first episode was 77 when we did Nightmare Before Christmas.
Tim Burton's Nightmare Before Christmas.
And I want to thank you for the opportunity you gave me and inviting me on this show. We've done many episodes together, and it has been the biggest honor being a part of this, being able to talk films with you. And it's been so much fun. I want to thank you for giving me this amazing opportunity. Thank you.
I appreciate that.
You guys got anything you want to say to Mark here?
Yeah, same here. I mean, I've only been on here a handful of times, few times in the last month, but
This is today's your third episode.
yeah, but every time it's been an absolute blast to talk movies with you, and it's been thank you for having me on here, man. It's been a pleasure.
You're welcome, Drew.
Yeah. This is my fourth hanging out with Mark and Codo Cinema, and it's been a lot of fun. And
I'm actually just glad that we were able to rekindle our friendship.
Yes, that was probably my favorite part of this whole thing was our friendship coming back together.
Yes,
And
because when I was asking you if would you be interested in coming onto the podcast, I mean, were you were a little worried, right?
yeah, I was because of my movie knowledge, but you know. But it was very fun. It was very fun.
Yes.
And a very memorable thing for my college career here at Eastern. So, yep.
Yep.
Yeah, congratulations, man.
Yeah, and Mark,
thank you.
Yeah, and I just think that we should all give you a round of applause for hitting 100 episodes. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
100 episodes.
Oh, thank you all so much. Thank you, Christian. Thank you, Drew. Thank you, Leah. It's really.
Yeah, it's anytime. Yeah, anytime. I don't know,
It's
Mark.
touching right now.
Guys, the host is crying.
Yeah.
He's crying. It's okay.
Keep it together.
I know.
Yeah. Keep it together.
I know.
We're live. Keep it together.
I know. I'll try to keep it live. I'll try to keep it live.
5 minutes later,
Watch the main trilogy.
Yeah.
10 minutes later,
Okay.
15 minutes later,
Oh, it's okay, buddy.
Listen,
for those
it's
For
literally.
those who don't know, Mark is graduating in a few days at the time of this recording, and we're all congratulating him because he has just hit his mark of 100 episodes. It has been one heck of a journey for him. That is an amazing milestone to reach, and you should feel very proud of that.
Yes. And I will say this, and I'm going to have to make this as an announcement. I am actually planning to continue Codo Cinema when I graduate.
Yep, and you should. This is your brainchild. This is a great thing you got going, and I can't wait to see what you do next with this amazing like platform you got going here. So,
And yes, and if it's with a heavy heart to say this, and I will say this, thank you, WEIU, thank you, Jeff Owens, Rob Calhoun, for giving me this great opportunity for me to do this podcast. And I want to thank you to those who are involved in this in Codo Cinema. I mean, I wish I can name everybody. I wish I could name everybody off the top of my head. I know who you all are. I mean,
Yes.
Christian Taylor, Leah Piescinski, Drew Coffey, Stephen Elmore, Marshall Mathers, Jonathan Fong, Chandler Smith, and there's others I may forgot to mention.
but to those who
would,
are listening, you know who you are, and Mark thanks you all for being on.
Yes, I am planning to continue with Codo Cinema, but as of now, this is the last episode for now on here at WEIU because I'll be graduating in a few days.
And congratulations, Mark.
Thank you all. And doing Star Wars was probably the best decision.
It is so weird to me. It's like legit all day, right? I'm thinking like, okay, we're doing this on the 45th anniversary on May 4th, and we have the Kenobi show coming out in a couple of weeks. It's
Although
like-
it came
it's-
out, the film came out May 25th.
yeah, so we're a few days early, but I mean, hey, close enough.
It's close enough. But I will definitely say this. For those of you who are listening right now, thank you all for tuning in to Codo Cinema, and thank you all for tuning in to the 100th episode of Codo Cinema. I'm your host, Mark Codo, aka Codo Man.
And I am Christian Taylor.
And I am Drew Coffey.
And I am Leah Piescinski.
Remember to watch movies and stay positive.